now. Let's look at a question. One says, Father, is depression also an idea? Is depression also an idea? Do you have a view on medication and its usefulness to counter stress? Is depression also an idea? Every idea is an idea. Every thought is a thought. Now, as I say that, I'm not implying that the pain or the pleasure that is felt in this human existence, I'm not saying that, it is just made up or something like that. Ultimately, it is all just made up in consciousness. But when we are taking ourselves to be this body-mind, then all of this pain and pleasure at all the layers of our existence, at our body layer, at the layer of our emotion, at the layer of our thoughts, all of these pain and pleasure that can come can seem very real. It can seem very real. But the term depression, which is just a broad term for a vast set of conditions, is of course just a broad term, just like the body is just a term for all of these sensations and perceptions that we experience. The world is just a broad term for every perception that is perceived in the waking state. In the same way, depression is also an idea, a term. Now, do you have a view on medication and its usefulness to counter stress? So, it is sometimes helpful to use the metaphor of a car when we refer to this body. Because of our close identification, sometimes we lose some objectivity to it, and that's why it's useful to use a metaphor like a car or your house or something like that. So many can get into this idea that, now that I'm spiritual, my car doesn't need to be serviced. Or now that I'm spiritual, then my house never needs to be painted. So, but this is not true. So this instrument is like a very intricate car, a very intricate instrument. It has a lot of things, processes, a lot of millions and millions of things which are going on in it. And if it is crying for some sort of servicing, then there's nothing wrong in servicing. There's nothing wrong in the servicing. The thing is that with things like depression, people are not easily able to determine at which level the servicing needs to happen. Whether it needs to happen in like a chemical way, taking a medicine, or does it need to happen in a satsang way where you're questioning your beliefs. In fact, there is a methodology called CBT, which is very similar to satsang, where you look at all your belief system and you question them, and you see that your thoughts which are pulling you down are not true. So I have nothing against any of these methods, at whichever level a competent authority who is knowledgeable in that area is able to advise us and say that this is where the car needs servicing, this is the part which needs a bit of tune-up. It is fine. It is fine. Now, what happens, and it is from experience and also of course a blessing, that what happens is as you come to your recognition of what you are, and you see that you are not limited to this body-mind, a lot of the thought systems or belief systems which become part of this depressive mindset, they can get wiped away, they can get cleaned up. And that's why satsang can also have a beautiful effect on this condition. But it is not primarily what satsang is for. It can be another byproduct. But we are not in satsang so that we can be free from even our depression. We are in satsang for truth's sake, and the truths and the recognition of this truth in the worldly play will play out differently for everyone. But it is commonly found that these, at least the depressive ideas, get many times cleaned up, and people experience a new joy, a new way of living. So you have to be a bit intuitive about these things, because I don't want to make statements like, if you come to satsang then you don't need medicine or something like this. Every condition, every expression of consciousness is playing in its own unique way. But what I'm telling you is that satsang is not dependent on any other state. You see? If you're deeply repressed, right now you can come to the recognition of who you are. If you are on strong medication, right now you can come to the recognition of who you are. You see? It is independent of all of that. You see? And yet it sometimes can have the byproduct that we let go of these things, especially if they are what I usually call just mental ailments. You see, many times they just seem to vanish. So that's what's coming up about depression at the moment.